Hello comrades, Commissar Bro here today with Ravenmark, Scourge of Estellion. Yes, this is another good game from Matrix and Slitherine. And where should we start with this one? Well, again, I'll admit, I've become quite a fan of Slitherine Games over the past couple of months. I've definitely really started delving into them, and there's actually a lot of value in the actual company itself. And I guess it's something I always kind of discounted because war games always seemed a little bit too much for me when I was a younger man. But as I've grown older, I've actually started to take quite a liking to these games. So it brings us to Ravenmark, Scourge of Estellion. This game is a turn-based strategy game, you know, like others in the field. This one in particular has some interesting mechanics, and hopefully in this video I can kind of show you just a couple of things about it that I like. And some interesting stuff. Keep in mind, this is still very early in the story of the game, which is kind of the whole premise of the game. It's not just a war game, it's more like how Warhammer 40k Armageddon was, where it's very story-oriented to give you like some background as to why you're fighting these battles. Now, if you look outside, you take out the story element of a sense, you can almost assume each battle is kind of like a challenge scenario. Using the tools that you have, how can you overcome your enemy? So pretty much the basics of strategy and tactics, which is really cool, and I like that. Adding in the story element kind of gives you characters and stuff like that to really, you know, kind of play your game off of. So, with that said, let's actually get into how to play the game, or at least how far I've gotten in the story. Keep in mind, I'll probably do another video where I show a little bit extra stuff later on in the game, because again, this is still very, very early. So, you have your characters. As you can see, each one has a portrait. There are more characters, and I'm not going to ruin the story so far. Nothing significant has happened yet, so the main thing I will hit on is these two fellas here are brothers. And as you can see, you do have different unit types and so on like that. So, with that in mind, each unit has a certain strength and interesting names, which sometimes kind of make it a little bit difficult to denote what is what. But once you kind of get into the codex, which they do have, by the way, it's pretty extensive, might I say. You can actually literally go down the list of units that each faction has. Yeah, that's right. Look at that. Yeah, so these are the three main factions that you will see in the game. The Lyri are like barbarians. The Earthbound are kind of like a Romanesque type faction, kind of a mix of you know, maybe like Charlemagne type, you know, fellas. I don't really know. They're interesting, very interesting. And you've got quite a selection of those gentlemen. Now again, this game is fantasy, so you will have certain fantasy elements, like in this case, tiny people, halflings, yes, and some, you know, more fantasy elements. I will say the game so far seems to be very low fantasy. It's not like high fantasy where you've got a bunch of elves and dwarves and junk running around. Just, you know, there's a little bit of stuff here and there. And these guys are, the Brockians are kind of like elves in a sense. So yeah, you've got characters, it explains who each person is. The more you play through, it explains more people, and so on. Yeah, so you can see there, and it even has lore, very extensive amounts of lore, and rules that explain how the game works and whatnot. And yeah, look at that, there's just so much stuff to read, so lore nuts like me are probably going to enjoy that bit, being able to really delve into the world and figure out what's what. Yeah, because I mean, look at it, they've really fleshed this world out. This isn't just a cookie cutter type world, it is very, very fleshed out. But anyway, I could go on, but I think I'll stick with what I've got so far. So, without further ado, how do you actually play the game? Well, you essentially just select these little icons here. You get standing orders, which, as it says there, provide special commands that formations will continue to follow beyond the round in which they were issued. You have basic move orders where you can just tell them to go ahead and move. You have different abilities depending on who the person is. And probably the biggest thing about this game is the formation system. You essentially can attach units together in formation. The largest formation I've seen so far is 3, and I think that might be the maximum of the formation. It could be bigger. Again, I haven't gotten that far yet. So, but when you move it, it moves all as one. So like you can wheel the formation around. For example, if I want to wheel it to the northwest, it'll face that direction, or the southwest, so on. Now we're just going to move these guys forward, and that's going to be our objective, to attack those archers there. And that'll happen. We're also going to get this guy to use his, oh, well, actually, he's not in a formation, so we don't want to use that yet. But we'll just move him around to the side of these guys in sort of a flanking type maneuver. What should we do against these fellows up here, the Ulfsark Crowbeaks? That's a good question. I think we'll try moving up our actual swordsman fellows first. We'll get our spearmen to move up here. We'll get our bowmen to maintain their formation, and we'll also move up these swordsmen as well to get that up there on the heights. Okay, but then we'll take the Earthbound Windswept, this basically the main character. We'll take him, and we're just going to kind of move him over to the side just a smidgen, maybe to attack those archers when we get the chance. And his brother, we will probably, you know what, we're gonna play it safe. I think we're gonna play it safe here. And yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna wait to see what I do with him. Oh, that's something else I should mention as well. You do actually have command limits in the game, so you can only issue 6 orders in 1 turn. With that in mind, it's in your best interest to use formations. I think you can have a maximum of 18 units, so it kind of makes sense as to why you would want 3 archers in 1 unit, counting only as 1 order. Makes sense? Pretty simplistic. So with that said, let's see what happens. Alright, so our guys moved up, did a little bit of damage. Our dudes moved up, did a little bit of damage. The enemy archers moved up, did a little damage. As you can see, movement is actually based on initiative. So all movement orders are played out in 1 singular turn. There's been a lot of games doing this concept lately, so it's, you know, it's not overdone. I like it, actually, kind of. It's interesting to see how it plays out. Depending on the game, it can be good. Other games, not so much. I've done a couple of other games in the past that have done this mechanic and just did not do it right. Thankfully, this game is done right. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to come up behind that fellow over there with our hero and that group of swordsmen. And also, we're going to bring our veterans there around this Ulfsark Crowbeaks group of fellows. And I think everything else is just going to maintain position. I wonder if this guy has any... He's got double time maggots. All elements in the parent element's formation gain 6 extra movement points and 3 initiative for 3 rounds. Good words. All elements in the target's formation gain the morale plus until healed to at least half its... Okay, we're going to do double time maggots. Yes, double time, maggots! Make them do what you need them to do, good man. Alright, there we go. That's pretty much my orders for this turn. Nothing else in particular I need to do. Let's see what happens. Alright, good. Flank another group. Up, charge another group. Came up behind, did some damage. Oh, but our spearmen are not doing so well. Okay, we took out 1 group of archers. Oh, we got flanked! Oh, goodness. Okay, so this ambush is most certainly working against us right now. Alright, so they definitely did some damage. They took advantage of some of my stationary formations and surrounded me in a couple places. Don't worry, I'm sure we can fix that. Now these archers we're going to try to stay on. I think they're probably going to move here, so we're going to leave our commander there. Our archers are still going to fire, but we do need to wheel around our swordsman formation. We want them to face southeast. So as you see, they turn around and now they are facing this warband here that's attacking us. We're also going to use our Ravenborn light cavalry or our commander to go attack that group of archers. And yeah, I think we're just going to go ahead and wheel this formation to the northeast. Yeah, that should work. Okay, let's see what happens. Alright, took out those archers. Oh, took out that other group of archers. Good job. Archers are absolutely devastating in this game. Nice! Fond. Coward, take care of man-birds. Be back with more foxglove. Indeed. Alright, so we completely demolished... Okay, we did not completely demolish the enemy army. Okay. Ironhides. Now, those dudes look mildly terrifying. They're dual-wielding, 2-handed axes. That is not a good thing. Not at all, not at all. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to wheel our guys around to the northwest. We're going to move our general. I'm not sure. We're going to move him back. I think we're going to end up sacrificing those spearmen, but we can move this formation, wheel it to the southwest, so it'll move right there, and we'll move it on that way. Now this group, I don't know. I think we're going to have to anticipate the attack from those Ironhide fellas up there, so we're going to move him here. And these windsweeps are seriously damaged. I don't know what we're going to do with them. Let's move them over here. Yeah, kind of bring them around like a flank type maneuver. We'll get our commander and move him up. Yes, everything's moving quite nicely. Yes. Oh, we hit our command limit. Wasn't even paying attention. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, okay, they moved up. Stand ground, stand ground, stand ground. Okay. Good, they missed. Beautiful, beautiful. By the way, the combat's not always this fast. I just have it sped up for the sake of the video. Just so you guys knew. Alright, those archers probably aren't going to move up any further. We'll get our cavalry to come around the rear. Hopefully that'll work. We'll bring our other commander to the side there. We are going to wheel this formation to the southwest. I thought we tried doing that already. Guess not. And we're actually going to get these swordsmen to go back over here to defend that position, and we're going to get them to face the northwest. That's right. Alright, let's put them right there. Good spot, good spot. Let's see what happens. Alright, got him. Okay. We lost our spearmen. Alright. Boom! Our cavalry absolutely devastated that group. And we lost another spearman group. Alright, so our spearmen aren't handling as well as I thought. Ooh. But our archers did some serious damage just now. They almost took out those Ironhides completely. Alright, wheel one more time. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get this done. I'm going to make this happen. We're going to put them right in front of our archers, because our archers are undoubtedly going to get hit the next turn. Alright, we're going to continue our attack against this group of whatever they are. Crowbeaks? Yeah, that are fucking me up right now. It's just ridiculous. Alright, and we're going to move our other general guy right here, and let's see what happens. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so they did a lot of damage. Okay, they're doing a lot of damage. This isn't going very well. Okay, alright. And more just showed up. Damn man-birds, you cannot hide behind your shields forever. Spitz, watch us, you stinking, toothless maggot. That guy just loves... By the way, keep in mind, his name was Belial. I'm just guessing that he's going to be a bad guy. I suppose he's like that to everyone. Yes, yes he is indeed. Well, anyway, this has been Commissar Bro. I hope you guys have enjoyed this quick little video just showing a little bit of the game Ravenmark, Scourge of Estellion. I hope you actually plan on picking this game up because, honestly, it's a pretty fun game. I like it. I like it. Again, Slitherine has definitely been impressing me lately with a lot of the games they've been releasing. They tend to be a little bit more difficult, but honestly, they're a lot of fun. So, all in all, this is my kind of game, ladies and gentlemen. This is definitely my kind of game. But anyway, this has been Commissar Bro, and I'll see you all next time.